And welcome everyone to the Circle the Bay podcast, episode 77. It's the host Stevie's One I've been C here with my brothers in arms, mis hermanos, mi familia, fellow four horsemen. Of course, I have Mr. 69 himself. You give him 69 reasons, and he'll give you the 69 answers of why you should be tuning in and listening or watching Circle Debate. And that is, of course, Mr. 69 himself, Mr. MGC, Don Matthew Calles, Steamboat 69, Mr. 69. I just all over it.
Ivan, so for our audio listeners, we'll explain what I'm doing. You're going to have to tune into the YouTube channel just to see this. Ivan, what do you think I'm doing?
Oh, no. I got already, yeah. Not going to say. I'm not going to say it.
I'm looking through the forbidden door.
I thought he was looking.
There you go.
There, yeah, exactly. There we go.
PG.
Let's try to be PG as much as we can.
I thought you said peachy.
So. Peachy. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, today we are joined by our brother from another mother from the League of Extraordinary Podcast, our fellow brother man up from the East Coast, from Philly. Of course, my man has one of the best pro wrestling contents out there for you all over audio platform media, and that is my brother Nick from the Universal Wrestling Podcast. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the show, man.
Yo, thanks for having me on again. Can't wait. Haven't done it with the boys, so it's going to be a good time.
Oh, yeah. And of course, I got to save this individual best for last because he is the most valuable podcaster in the podcast community. Because you know why? Besides living 1,977,000 miles from Winnipeg to Canada, but because he is the unrivaled, the undefeated, the undisputed, the unmatched, the uncensored money. My God, of podcasting, Root Lopez.
That is right. 77, man. What a number. Lucky 7 doubled, right? Can't wait. Let's do this.
That's right.
I feel good.
There we go.
That's right. We feel good. And let's get into it, gentlemen. Let's get into, before we do, first of all, I want to wish Jon Moxley the best. Obviously, Tony Khan announcing on all over social media. He announced it, the fact that, he's been having a little problems with the drinking there. So he admitted himself to sobriety, to a program to get him sober. So he was pulled out of the Eliminator tournament. And so we wish him the best. Renee already actually put also on Twitter as well that he's doing great. He made the decision himself for family and, for the great reason. So, best of luck for Moxley. And we wish you a speedy recovery and can't wait to see you back, man. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it very briefly. Finally, I think this is the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, Alan Five Angels getting a Dynamite, a match versus Kenny Omega. I can say it was not a bad opening match. And even though it was kind of a squash for Alan, but at least he did a lot of great offensive moves. And the crowd was into it. I was into it. Kudos for, Alan Five Angels. I'll give him props because he got his moment to shine and with the AEW World Champion. So, I'll take it to you, Nick. Your thoughts about the opening match for Dynamite.
Yeah. Opportunity. That's what AEW is all about. And that's what we got here. It wasn't the greatest match, but it was a match to showcase other talents. And Omega does this all the time. And it's great. It's great to see. And I like that it was the intro match because that really isn't a main event, but it's still worthy of a Dynamite match. So I dug it. I loved it.
Awesome. Mr. 69, your thoughts?
They need to hire an Italian commentary team for AEW so they could always say Kenny Omega. I hear that in AAA whenever they announce Kenny Omega. It's like Kenny Omega, the cleaner, Kenny Omega. Like I definitely feel that. It's like, how can I reach these kids? So it's like, how you reach these kids is with Kenny Omega. That's kind of how you do it.
All right.
I respectfully disagree, Matt. They need Mauro Ronaldo for
there
that Mamma Mia.
There you go.
That's my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead, Money Mike. The floor is yours on that one.
Yeah, opportunity. Of course, all this could be encapsulated in one word, and that is definitely opportunity. I'm still getting used to seeing him without the mask.
Yeah.
It's been a while since since he's not had one, right? So yeah, I'm still getting used to that. But all in all, with him not being, they don't show his entrance and all that stuff, so you kind of know which side this thing is going to go to. And
Yeah.
but regardless of that, I liked that they kept mentioning that he took Omega to the limit before, right?
Yeah.
Putting him over even on commentary. So I think that does wonders also for anybody that did not catch the first one.
Yeah.
Then right there, right away, that that's what happened, right? So, and the possibility of it going the other way. So yeah. So thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
Awesome, definitely.
I gotta say one more thing about the no mask. It kind of reminded me of from C Lab 2021. Do you want the mustache on or off? Off, please. Too bad. It's like, do you want the mask on or off?
Yeah.
On, please. Too bad.
All right, and then this is going to be very interesting to see with this now new feud coming. And it was mentioned before the whole debacle that happened last week on Rampage with the interruption from Eddie Kingston to CM Punk, and now it's becoming a fruition. We're going to see this at Full Gear. And this is the first time they're going to meet ever for the first time. This is going to be very interesting to see. So I'll take it back to you, Nick. Are you intrigued of this feud and this upcoming match that will be set for Full Gear most likely?
Absolutely, man. I mean, CM Punk is not a competitor like shit. What's his name?
Eddie Kingston, right?
Eddie Kingston. He does not. He's more technical based than Eddie Kingston. So this is a match that I want to see because yes, it's cool to see him go one-on-one with the younger stars, and that's good because he's elevating other superstars, or excuse me, wrestlers. Jeez, other wrestlers. Other wrestlers, and I like that. But this is a match I want to see. I was happy to see him go one-on-one with Darby, but that's not my cup of tea. This is my match. I can't wait.
Oh yes, I cannot wait either. Matt Callis, talk to me.
Let's see, Eddie Kingston. That's like Eddie Kingston and Lance Archer are two people I'm putting all like. If I had the book with AEW, I'd definitely be having them win more. I'm a big fan of both of them, and I want Eddie. I wouldn't mind if Eddie was champion at least before the end of the year. That's how much I love him.
Yeah.
He could get the covers of the magazines. He could be a great face of the company. Just the way he could, sell it with, the language and the verbiage, it's just, he's going to suck me into it. It's like Daniel Craig as James Bond is like, Eddie Kingston as AEW champion.
Yeah.
It's like,
I dig it. That's my kind of wrestling. That's what I want to see. That hardcore, not hardcore, but that kind of style. That's my
emotional
kind of
hardcore.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Money Mike.
Yes. I would say I wouldn't say hardcore. I would say hard hitting. That's kind of the term that I would use in this sort of thing.
Yep.
And, Eddie Kingston, honestly, I wish he would have been there tonight to get that back and forth because both CM Punk and Eddie Kingston are great at the mic. So I can't wait to when inevitably that happens and see the back and forth there. And who knows, maybe if this continues past Full Gear and give Eddie a full heel turn, possibly, right? I think that would be something that would be great TV as for myself as a fan. So definitely, yes, I'm all on board with this. And hopefully it's a good one in the ring, which I'm pretty sure it will.
I think it will be. It's going to be a fight. That's for sure. I could see this be a hell of a fight. And I'm with you too. I would even past Full Gear, let this be an actual feud and transitioning Eddie to a full-on heel again, but more of a devious one on this one. There you go. Being more of a devious one on this one against CM Punk, because that'll be something. And it'll work for both parties. It'll work out because one, you're turning Eddie to full on heel. People who's gonna love it, and the fans who are in love with baby faces more. it'll elevate CM Punk more, especially with this, with this storyline. So I'm looking forward to seeing that for sure.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, it's all good. So there could be some references to a certain match that I guess back in the indie wrestling days, CM Punk and Eddie Kingston were commentary for the Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe match.
Okay.
So we could have some references to that in there, either to that match or things they've said over commentary together when those two sat next to each other and did commentary.
Yeah.
So, little Easter eggs.
There you go. Yeah, what I was saying is this is something Punk needs. Like, they need a build to a storyline. They did a pretty good job with Darby Allin, but that's just because he was returning and that was big enough. But to start building a storyline, I know he gets to, I don't know if he picks his opponents, but I think he has something to say about it. So I would like to see more of a storyline. And I think they have one with Moxley. I don't know if they're going to use it, but that's something I could see.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
I want to say that other than his first promo in AEW, that first night he came back, this has been his best promo, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and in a way, I mean, not to jump on the whole Moxley thing, but that realism, for lack of a better term, that's what I feel that CM Punk's appeal is, or where he shines on the mic. Back to the pipe bomb, back to all those classic promos. There, that little hint of realism. It's definitely where his strong suit in promos. So from him taking, doing the whole Moxley thing, then jumping onto Eddie Kingston, mixing it in there. I think that was a great promo. And other than his first one, I think this has been his best.
Yeah. And that's what's great for me. I love when reality's mixed in, I know JR and a lot of old timers don't like it because it might be too personal, but I dig it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And they should add a little more realism to it. Yeah, I know WWE does it too, but with them, you could tell that they're more a little bit PG cartoonish. If you get it, like, but I feel this is more like a realistic. Like, hey, you interrupted me.
Yeah,
so you pissed me off. So hey, I'm calling you out. Like, okay, I like that. See, that's something that is straightforward. Nothing like that is being teased, like how WWE uses a storylines. Get me wrong, they're great, but the problem is that they tease it for too long and they keep it there for too long. That's the only flaw that I will give them. And hopefully AEW can learn from that and recreate it differently and not make it too much of an extended line feud with Punk and Eddie, but at least make it a trifecta. Screw it. All right. Move forward. But just do it as fast as possible, I would say. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on with, of course, the Inner Circle and top American team, right? I always forget how to.
Not Top Flight.
No. I was gonna say Top Flight for a minute.
Yeah,
American top team.
American top team. There you go. And we found out Top Dollar. That's right.
Top Dollar.
And now we find out who their participants on the other side for them. So Andre Arlovsky, it was given. Junior Dos Santos, of course. He didn't do a bad job when he had his, that 6-man tag match. He did a great job of settling, even though he was green in the beginning, but he sold very well. I think Hager protected him very well too. Yeah. When he put him to that table, that you're not getting to the table, so he protected him very well. He's still learning as he's going, he's transitioning from mixed martial arts to pro wrestling. And then the one that caught me off guard, I thought it was going to be, one of the guys from Bellator. Then it turns out Dan Lambert. I was like, what's up with that? Like, oh shit, Dan Lambert is going to be part of it. I'm like, whoa. This is it. I'm loving this storyline, to be honest. I know that some certain MMA fans, and yes, we do MMA here as well, possibly may not like it a little bit. Like, what the fuck? You're mixing it with pro wrestling. It's entertainment. It's fake. No, it's real to me, damn it. But why not? Get a taste of both worlds. And not only that, you're helping mixed martial arts to get, reconcile from the pro wrestling world fans to be like, okay, I need to pay attention more to Bellator. Yeah, you know, you see references of UFC and you see Dan Lambert. Who wants to go to a UFC event and go see Dan Lambert coaching? Of course, people probably want to go. Why not? Boo the shit out of his team, like all the people that he's trained.
Yeah.
So it does help out, you know, for both parties. So I'm loving this storyline.
Yeah.
So I'll take it to you again, Nick. What do you think? What do you think about this storyline with the Inner Circle American top teams?
I mean, every storyline the Inner Circle has had so far has been really, really good, and I absolutely love this. I don't think tonight's promo was really good between the two teams. It's just like back and forth, and I get it. Everybody needs their time and their spotlight, but dude, I love Lambert, man. He is so good, and that's real heat. Like that's the heat you want, you know. The fans are in it. They don't really give a shit about him. They're just in it to, I don't know. It's great to watch. That's again, my kind of wrestling.
Oh yeah, definitely. Matt Callis.
Dan Lambert. I wonder what he thinks of gummy bears or just other just delicious snacks. I think he could find a way to get angry at that because he's always fuming. You know? I wonder if backstage the other members of American Top Team stab him with a porcupine.
Jeez.
What the
fat face and dipshit, right?
Right.
Like backstage, they're like, "Here you go, come on, get mad,
Yeah.
come on, boy." It's like they do with dogs when they make some dogs mad. They pull the leash a certain way, whatever. So it's just like, come on.
Yeah,
They probably
he's great.
I think that would be a good line for Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, you could steal this. They probably pee on him like they do or something like that.
Oh, that's
just to piss him off.
Yeah.
Just like they, you know, or throw something at him. I don't know.
Money Mike.
I wanted to say something, but I'll leave that to you. Anywho, moving on. So Lambert, man, Lambert, he's got Vicky Guerrero heat.
Yeah.
You know, like, excuse me, and the whole place boos. This guy talks, everybody just wants him to shut up, and that's awesome right there. That's a heel, right?
Yeah.
True heel. Very good, and he's done a great job, you know, being the mouthpiece of this group. And I laughed when Paige Van Zandt made that comment of, "Oh, I'll take the five of you on at the same time," and you know, the joke wrote itself right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, good times. Whether that was planned out that she was gonna say that, who knows? But
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it leaves you wondering, like, did she mean to say that, or just like, you know? But you know, hilarious, awesome moments, and you know, moments that I'm sure would make R-Truth say, "Well, I don't think that's PG," right? So good stuff.
It's good shit. It's just fucking good shit. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and I also wanted to mention the debut. We haven't seen this guy since April since he got released.
Oh yeah,
that's right. That's of course, Samurai del Sol, which is formerly known as Kalisto, and Aerostar. You know, we haven't seen Aerostar for quite some time in the States. I mean, we've seen him more in AAA. Of course, he was part of Lucha Underground. I think he's part of MLW as well, with the Lucha Aztec Underground. I believe he's part of that. I think that was the last time I think we saw him on an MLW show. They teamed up versus FTR for the AAA tag team titles. I want to get it out of the way very briefly. They look great. It was just a little one or two botches here, but miscommunication. I think the chemistry, because I think for Aerostar, because he's not really familiar more with the American style of wrestling. But Samurai del Sol is, so he knows technically.
Is he currently Samurai del Sol?
Yes, no, he's now Samurai del Sol. He's back to the PWG era days, so that's even hell yeah. And hopefully AEW signs him. They do need luchadors like him for sure. Yeah. And here's what I would like to see, and I'm going to say right now, I would put him as a heel with Aerostar with Andrade. Fuck it, I will book it. Why the hell not? I would do that.
There
Turn
you
him
go.
heel. Turn him fucking heel. Let him go with Andrade. That could be his henchman there.
Yeah.
You know, against the Lucha Brothers. And who would not want to see that tag team matchup? That'd be fantastic to see between these four individuals. And they're all familiar with each other, but we haven't seen Samurai Del Sol versus Ray Phoenix or Penta. I have never seen that. So I'm intrigued of seeing that. When I first saw him, like, okay, this is what they gotta do. That was like my first in my mind. Make them heel, be with Andrade. Since they're feuding with with Death Triangle, go for it. Might as well.
Authentic lucha match all the way around.
Hell yeah, why not? That's the one thing I've been saying for quite some time. I don't want just Phoenix and Penta to be reliable just to give us lucha libre to the American fans. We bring in more talent to expose that and for them to like it. So then it helps out, AAA more. Okay, they'll get eye on their product now. Okay, this is what they like to see. I want to see now AAA. I want to see this lucha libre star, luchador style. Why the hell not? So I'll take it to you, Nick. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, when Kalisto was with the WWE, I thought he was underutilized. I mean, he's a great talent. I would love to see any match. Anything you book, Ivan, I'm gonna go and watch. But it was a good match. I don't know what it was for or why they did that. I mean, I guess to try and put over talent, and FTR is a good tag team to help with that. So it was an okay match. It was a weekly match you'll get.
Okay, all right, Matt Callis.
I gotta say, it's. I think one of the things we're still on the lookout for is the Briscoes and FTR has already been teased on Twitter. They're really great wrestlers. Kalisto, El Samurai. What was it? Samurai Del Sol. Sorry, not El Sam.
Yeah.
And a lot of. I do want to see more of them and more from them. Some more flavors all around. But I think that Briscoe that Briscoe's FTR match is right around the corner. So that's I wouldn't mind that being a double title match either. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Money Mike.
Now I don't know if Kalisto was doing the lucha before WWE, but I'll say this.
He was. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was about to say, if he's allowed to do that, Daniel Bryan can still.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. But yeah, I do feel that Aerostar. Yes. Aerostar. First time seeing him. He was kind of missing a few cues by a little bit. But again, I definitely see the talent there. I know that with a few more matches, he'll get a lot more comfortable and really showcase, what he can do. And it goes back to, that idea that Ivan has of the more lucha, right? In AEW. I think that's a great idea. And I would, if I'm Tony Khan, and I know Tony watches this, Tony, jump on that, you could always call us for great ideas. So
just text him, man. Just text him. Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, jump on it. Jump on it.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, that'd be a fantastic idea to do. If you want to go ahead and grow more, especially intrigue more like us, like Latino heritage to get into more of AEW, demographic. There's the opportunity there. Add more to it. Add more into the pot. Why the hell not? And then making them, I wouldn't say LWO, I wish, but no, just make it more like Andrade's henchmen. And if you want to add, one more person, why not make it like a 4-man faction? I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that.
Yeah, I feel like it makes more sense than FTR because they're kind of like together, but not. It's just weird. I want to see somebody like you booked. That would be interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so then we do get the women's for the TBS tournament. Where we saw Anna Jay versus Jamie Hayter. Of course, Hayter advances.
Yeah. And
I was expecting Anna Jay, but it happens. Baby girl. Oh, I know Chris was disappointed because Chris is a big fan. But unfortunately, she lost, and now Hayter advances. And then we did see Britt Baker and Rebel attacking, and then Tay Conti trying to make the save. she got her ass whooped. Then we see Thunder in the end. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
We already could tell something's coming in the future. Or I think Mike predicted this, or I think you did, Mike. Eventually it's gonna, yes, he did. Eventually it's gonna be a title versus title. I think might as well say it. Maybe Thunder might win it all the way. She'll be the TBS champion, and then probably will challenge Britt Baker for the women's belt and title versus title.
Please.
Right? That could happen. That you never know. But I'm at least one thing I'm going to give credit to AEW right now, as I've been hearing other podcasters, that they're not giving, like, especially Card Street. Yes, Hafiz, Devin, you guys shit on women's division for AEW. Hold on, man. They're working on it. At least they're getting their time. Not like over there, they only get 2-minute matches right now as of late, which is bad booking right now for the women's division in WWE. Bad. But right here, at least they're doing something. They're trying to build their women's roster as much as possible with this tournament. What can I say was a great match? Not really. It was okay. It was a little greenish, but I love the effort at least. And at least they're giving the women the time on Wednesday nights. At least they're giving them that time. So that's how I feel about that. Your thoughts about that, Nick?
Yeah. Again, it was an okay match.
Yeah.
I'm just going to skip to Thunder Rosa because I want to talk more about her. That has to happen, and it needs to happen because she went over in that hardcore match. I don't know what it was called, but it was an extreme hardcore match, and dude, she shined. They both shined, and they both put each other over, and it was so good. And then I don't know what happened. Is that when Baker or she got an injury or something? I don't know, but yeah, I want to see Rosa in the spotlight in the main event, and I want to see her with the title.
Oh, there you go. Matt Callis.
I gotta say, just more mention to just the women's division in general. May Suruga is in AEW, of course, representing Choco Pro, So, those who diss the women's division, there's a little bit more of the many flavors of the world coming in. It's like the Olympics of women's wrestling, soon to be.
Okay. Money Mike.
Ask and you shall receive. Yes, it's going to happen. Of course, it will happen. Honestly, I feel it's inevitable that Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker are going to collide. It has to happen. It will. And honestly, I'm looking forward to that because, it's shaping up already, right? It's been a while since we have seen them together in the same segment, and it happened tonight, right? So next week or whenever it is, in the next round of the TBS Championship Eliminator Tournament, Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter are gonna go at it, and I can definitely see Britt Baker be a factor in there, whether win or lose for Jamie Hayter. And by the way, I'm glad she won. I actually had Anna Jay winning that match, but I'm glad that it did not go that way. No offense to Anna Jay. I'm sure she'll be fine moving forward. But it seems like everybody's kind of getting beef against Britt Baker and her group, which is great. I think that for a heel champion, that's what's needed. Definitely. I'm looking forward to what's coming next here. Again, it's inevitable.
All right, Daniel. So you're calling it right there. All right. Now, Cody, anybody but Cody. Now, Cody Rhodes versus Andrade El Idolo. I would say, I'll get this off my chest. Anybody but Cody, man. But I didn't want Andrade to win this way. But it's fine. It's a heel way. He's a heel. So, of course, let it happen. I actually wanted to see Tully in an Arn. I'm like, come on. Give it to us. I want to see this. I have not seen this in never, ever, ever in history. These were their former tag team champions together, man. So them going at it, well, why not? I would have enjoyed to see that. But overall, I mean, great chemistry between both of them, though. I can say that between Andrade and Cody in the ring. Man, the crowd is not loving Cody, man.
No.
But you know what? like Mike said it last time. His promo was his by far one of his best ones of what he's done, and I feel with the promo that he said last week, it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna have to turn heel eventually, but I think he's doing it nice and slowly. Like if you're roasting something, or you're riding the pot, he just let it just simmer down a little bit. Then we'll see. We'll probably eventually we'll see Cody down the road, just turning heel on his factory, on Arn. It's like, fuck everybody. I'm just gonna be on my own and just be evil. I don't know. That's could be the case. But this is a great win for Andrade. So I enjoyed that, at least. They didn't bury him, which I was afraid of. And I'm hoping, which we maybe see that if this feud will continue, it looks like it will, with the involvement of Death Triangle as well too. I think we might see at Full Gear, maybe we see Cody and Malachi versus Pac and
something.
Cody. I'm sorry, Cody and Pac versus Andrade and Malachi. I think we're gonna see that happen. I think that might happen in Full Gear, that tag team match. I think that's how I feel about it. So take it away, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I think deep down inside, Cody knows that even if he does turn heel, it's not going to do anything. It really isn't. Now, if John Cena turns heel, people are going to love that. That's what they want to see. But with Cody, I'm not saying this personally, but I don't think people care anymore. I mean, he's been, away for a little. He had the baby. He's the EVP. We get it. He's been busy. And he comes back and he says what he says in that promo. And I kind of liked it. I dug it, but I don't know if him turning heel will do anything for his career. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Matt Callis.
Are you guys ready for a little bit of a surprise, a first time hearing?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
You guys, I think.
I don't know if I'm ready, but
yeah,
kind of
too bad.
Ivan, would you hate me for revealing something I might know about Cody in a secret storyline?
I already do. Yes.
Yeah, it's herpes.
So I think rather than turning heel or babyface, I think Cody's actually has a curveball ready for us. And if anybody listens to this podcast, they might know about it. And a certain friend of mine who's a wrestler might have revealed it somehow. So apparently the Fuego del Sol and had a tag team, the Too Fast Too Fuego, and they were kind of teasing like, wait a minute, is this wrestler Cody Rhodes? I was like, well, I don't see the tattoo. Well, there's clearly tattoo cover-up makeup.
It's Mr. America.
Yeah, it's Mr. America. Yeah. Hulk Hogan. So, I mean, Cody feuding with a major luchador and rumored to be currently moonlighting as a luchador. This might lead somewhere interesting.
Huh.
I
dig that.
And who knows? It could be a full bait and switch. It might not even be Cody. It's just like, wait a minute, you're not Cody. Yeah, it's like, that's right. And where's Cody? And then pulls off. Arn Anderson takes his face off.
Yeah. It was me.
It was me. All along.
Man, we're booking tonight.
Oh man, we are, man.
Oh,
we're
definitely.
Money Mike.
Uncle Tony, you know where to call. I've already said it. Yes.
Yeah.
I've said it before that the best evil characters are the ones that believe that what they're doing is right.
Yeah.
Cody believes with every fiber of his being that he is the good character here. That is the makings of a great heel. And I honestly hope that this is where he's headed with his character. And thinking he's virtuous and all this and that. He has all great intentions, but in reality, we're seeing a evil heel. He's Homelander, right, from The Boys. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see from this. It has to be that way because the crowd is not into him being a face, unfortunately, right? So yeah, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're into him at all, regardless of what he does. Right. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I don't see it. I don't see him. I don't know what's next for him. I mean, we can book it all night, but I just don't see anything that's going to help his career. I think he's just going to be Cody, the son of a plumber, and it goes on and on, but you get it. I don't know. I think go ahead. Let's hear it.
I think I got another surprise. I think
Uh-oh.
also what with Fuego, Cody could go. What's something that's big with everybody in AEW, no matter whether you're a heel or a face? Something the older guys kind of hate on a lot. The comedy. I think if Cody going full goofball,
Stardust.
I'm gonna see Stardust.
Everybody would. That's to the level that you could do no wrong, because AEW has such a love for the comedy guys, and I have a love for the comedy guys because I'm also a goofball.
Yeah.
So that's where you at that point you could do no wrong, whether you're a face or a heel. If you're really like Woodeloo, I mean,
yeah. And what's messed up too is he's a founding father. Like, come on, put some respect on his name. I obviously do, but it's just, I don't know. The fans in attendance, let's just say that, because I don't know how they are, at home watching, but this just doesn't seem like anything is going to work.
Yeah. I just wonder, I always forget how the hell did it happen in the first place. That's what I'm trying to remember. I don't remember how it transitioned. The crowd just started beginning to like, oh, I don't remember what I think
it was that promo with that Olympian. I think that's where it started.
Oh, the Anthony Ogogo, right?
Go, yeah.
That's Cody Make America Great Again.
Yeah. It's like, shut up, dude. We watch wrestling to get away from this shit.
We don't want to see Rocky IV all over again. Come on.
But I honestly don't know. That is a good question, Ivan. Like, where did it start? Because it couldn't have been that promo. I mean, it could have been, but I don't think so. I think there's always been hatred. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like maybe when he was a TNT champion, I think when he started doing the challenges, like the open challenge, I maybe it kind of began there a little bit. I'm just trying to, because in the beginning he was just challenging top indie stars, and then that's when we got Eddie Kingston. He challenged Kingston, and then Kingston got signed the next day. So which was great for him. So I always wonder. I wondered if it started there. So I need to go back and find that out, because I'm really interested to see how it all began. All right, so we get the main event, and now we found out who will be challenging Orange Cassidy, and that is, of course, God's favorite child, of course, Miro Day. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, you very well, huh? Very well, trumpets. First of all, great. It was a solid, quick, instant match. Feel sorry for Orange, because that was he had his moments, but that was it. I knew it anyway. Something told me, yep, you got Miro. Why not? Bryan Danielson Miro is going to happen. I will love to see that.
Yeah,
I think they'll do a better job here in AEW, more pro wrestling than WWE. If I don't remember they ever fought in WWE. I think they did. I don't remember. I don't recall.
Yeah,
but I'm intrigued to see this for sure. And for one thing, I'm glad they chose Miro. Honestly, I thought they were gonna go with Kingston, to be honest. When they first announced it, I thought, okay, they might probably replace him with Kingston. Okay, he'll take it over, give him a second chance, or they were just gonna allow Orange to advance and have Orange and Bryan Danielson. But it looks like it didn't happen. So I'm actually looking forward full gear to see Miro and Bryan Danielson, and that's gonna be oh my God, I think that's going to be a hellacious match for sure. I cannot wait to see that. So yes, Nick, floor is yours on that.
Yeah, Danielson's been putting on clinics as of late. It's so good to see. And what I said in the beginning, that's my kind of wrestling. That's the shit I love. And Miro, man, he was so good when he's still good, but when he was the TNT champion, he just had so much momentum, and I didn't think they should have taken it off of him. I get why they did. It's great. I understand it, but he's one of their top heels, and he's great. He's great in the ring. He's great on the mic. I mean, he had training with the WWE there's so many years. Like he gets it, he understands it. And now he's, with AEW, he's one of the best there on the mic, in the ring. And I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see this match.
Oh man, definitely. Mac Alice.
I gotta say, Miro, Bryan Danielson. Let's get a little bit of the martial arts spices in the pot. Just a little, we gotta have a little bit more kicks.
Yeah.
And fists.
Are you gonna grill some fish?
Maybe.
I was waiting for the rhyme. I was waiting for it. God of podcasting.
Podcast. And that's a good point too, because Danielson, yes, he's been putting on clinics, but it's more of like a fight vibe, a fight feel.
Yeah.
If it's something along those lines, more technical. I mean, Miro can, obviously his submission is one of his special moves. I mean, I could see it. Obviously, he's not, up there with I almost said DB, Bryan Danielson, but yeah, I'm stoked. I can't wait.
All right. Money Mike.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure Daniel Bryan is having a great time right now. And I feel like this is what he wanted, wrestling, actual wrestling, not sports entertainment. And that's what he's been getting. So, and lucky us that we are able to see this and that he's not retired, so great on that. The great matches so far that have been going on and all that great stuff. The match against Suzuki, against Kingston, my goodness. Great stuff. And I said hard hitting earlier, and that is, I feel, what is going to happen at Full Gear. It's going to be a hard hitting match. And I wonder, kind of going back to the Orange Cassidy match, seeing how Moxley has been booked lately, I wonder how that match would have gone. I mean, we'll never know, but how it would have gone with Orange Cassidy, would it have been the same? Would there have been more of a fight? We'll never know. But we're here now, and Miro versus Danielson is the match. And sign me up.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I gotta say that to answer your question, Mike, I'd say it might be similar to Tetsuya Naito and Jon Moxley in Japan. That's a little bit, because I always make the comparison to Naito and Orange Cassidy. They're each other's equivalent in their respective countries.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing to Bryan Danielson, he's having the time of his life. And he owes it to AEW.
I tell you one thing, he might have to slow it down a little, dude.
Oh yeah,
seriously.
Yes.
I agree with that. I think tone it down a notch. Don't go too into it, because hey, the last thing you want is it's over and that's it. You got other concussion. That's I held on, knock on wood for that man. I don't know. Not want that to happen. I want him in Japan, damn it. That's what I want. Okada and Bryan Danielson. That's what I want. Damn it. I want that. But to answer your question, Mike, for Moxley, I felt would have been when he did the 10. Because of the way you looked at it, they were transitioning him to a heel.
Yeah.
And the way how he was going about it, I think he would have probably decimated Orange. Enough with his glasses, enough with the hands bullshit. I'm tired of this shit. I want my title back. Like him just snapping. I feel like that's where he'll probably just go all, anarchist style right there. I think that's what I probably would have pictured seeing Moxley decimating Orange Cassidy and sending a message out to Bryan Danielson. I think that's what could have happened. Never know. Never know. All right. Let's jump into now these two individuals, switching the subject of pro wrestling very briefly. Two individuals are contract expiring in December. That is Johnny Gargano and that is Kyle O'Reilly. As of late, how we've been looking at NXT 2.0, looks like Gargano, he's having his moments again. Him teaming up with Dexter Lumis, okay, he's getting his time. But the biggest question is he going to stay? And the same goes for Kyle, as he pretty much seen Bobby Fish being booked right now in AEW. Yes, he's not booked in like the greatest storylines, but he's booked like, hey, this is the old Bobby Fish we've been wanting to see from Ring of Honor and New Japan. So we were able to catch that. So I was really happy about it. So yeah, I was really happy about to seeing that. So I'll ask you, Nick, do you feel that Kyle and Gargano are going to stay or they leave?
Yeah, I had the same feeling about Cole. It's just that's not the environment anymore. I mean, it's now NXT 2.0, and I just don't see them, Gargano and O'Reilly on the main roster. It's not what they want to do. It's not their cup of tea. It's not their kind of wrestling. They want to go to AEW, and it's not because it's the new thing. It's because they have a better platform to do what they want to do. I just don't see Gargano on the main roster. I just can't see it. I don't think Vince would utilize him correctly. Obviously, he's small, and Vince, he's obsessed with these big guys. It's a shame because I love Gargano and I love O'Reilly, and they can't stay in NXT 2.0. I mean, it's not their brand anymore. So they got to be going. I don't know where they're going to go. If they, it's most likely AEW because I don't see them going to Impact. I don't see Gargano going to New Japan. I don't see that. So it's most likely AEW, but I'm happy. I'm happy to see him, the contract's up soon. So I'm going to stop talking.
Mike Callis.
I think I wonder if Gargano, just before he leaves, he's just got to go, do you know the way? Like, it's the fact that his faction's been called that and he just needs to be dressed as Knuckles. I have to call my alligator in just to, kind of convince.
And what about Kyle O'Reilly?
Kyle O'Reilly, I've always thought of, ever since the Ring of Honor championship, like I always thought of him as great championship material, and he's very cool,
Yeah.
So, I definitely do see them all both going to AEW eventually. Just, it's with I guess they could really circle people out kind of as some people get more exhausted or they don't want people to get injured. So I guess rather than, because the AEW talked about doing an off season just to give everybody a break, but I think just kind of circling people out would just be kind of like more efficient, more pipelines. Like, okay, you're off, you're in, you're taking the place, there's no such thing as too much talent. It's like having other employees cover for you at work in one way or another.
Money, Mike.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've heard people say, AEW can't sign them all, but that idea of an off cycle for some wrestlers while others are in, I think that would be pretty intriguing if done right. It could easily be messy, but if done right, I think it has the potential to be even better than the draft, I think. Because you don't need to come up with wild cards or anything like that to get people to show up to a different spot. So if done right, I would be down for something like that. As for their contracts and where they're going, I'm just so used to seeing Gargano on NXT and seeing the new talent coming in. It's like he's almost a gatekeeper at this point of NXT. So I'm sure there's going to be always new talent coming in for him to face and have feuds with and interact with. So I feel like that could be a big selling point for him, or for that to happen. Kyle O'Reilly, I'm not too familiar with him outside of WWE, so I know that he was right in Ring of Honor, but other than that, I don't know much. So it would be interesting to see him go elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
At least for me. So that's the great thing. They have options now, so we'll see.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the only option. Go ahead.
My bad. No, you go.
No, go for it. You're gonna forget. Go for it.
I mean, you have a point there too. Gargano kind of seems like a WWE lifer, like I don't know if he's interested, I mean, he has it pretty good right now.
Yeah. You know what? Not only that, I mean, Candice is still under contract. She's pregnant, but maybe he could be a home daddy, maybe take some time off and maybe think about his career while he's taking care of the child, while Candice gets back on track and, helping the NXT women's division roster. But the way how it looks of it, they need a lot of help. But that could be the case. Him going to AEW, maybe. It's just the problem is that there's oversaturation. It's gonna eventually gonna happen that by the looks of it, it looks like Tony Khan's we're gonna see some first-time releases from AEW. I think we're heading that direction.
Yeah.
And it's, obviously you learn from your mistakes. You sign on a lot of talent that I know you were helping a hand in need, especially throughout the pandemic. So I give credit to Tony Khan what he's done throughout the pandemic era, signing a lot of these people to be, with AEW. But if you're not using them for what's the point of having them on the contract? Like Brian Cage is one of them. Why? That's Cage. Where is he?
Crazy.
Starks. What have you done with him? Just only on Rampage commentating. I don't know. It's just there's so much that they're capable to use Kyle Riding Gargano.
Yeah.
But they would have to make a lot of space and get rid of all those talents that I mentioned, probably more, that you're not really using anymore. So what's the point of keeping them? I know that they were good friends, good buddies in the beginning, but business is business. You have to make space. You can't be spending all your daddy's money. That's just me. And speaking about money, Ring of Honor, man, when we found out they were financial debt, $12.5 million in debt, which is why they let it go a lot of all the talents. They let it go of everyone. They shut it down.
12 or 2?
I read it was 12. 12.
And is that an M or a B? Million?
And million.
Million. That's the same.
Yes. And St. Clair, they're a $1 billion company because they have the money for the broadcasting. But the problem is that I don't know what the hell they did with that $12 million.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming because they paid everybody throughout the pandemic and did not have no live events, paid everybody to their money, and that's probably what affected them a lot.
It's still a lot of money, though.
It is a lot of money. I know they have other investors and investments that they probably focused on more than doing live events, but they should have done live events, in my opinion. They should have just taken the risk, throughout the pandemic, or like I said, I mentioned it before, AEW done it before, bringing in 100 people, screw it, bring a little bit, here and there to get the Ring of Honor back. Yeah. And right now, the highest bidders for their library, it looks like it's Vince McMahon. It looks like he's going to be the one buying it. That's what it's looking at. But he's only buying the library from that beginning of time of Ring of Honor. They're going to reimagine and rebrand again Ring of Honor, but in their own way, like NXT 2.0. We saw already, OG Castle, the Kingdom. We did see Dalton Castle and Mike Bennett at NWA. See, now we're starting to see people going everywhere now. Huh. Right immediately, they already started going. So,
yeah.
Oh, man. I'll take it to you, Nick. Your thoughts about this, Ring of Honor and what do you think they should do? Should they really rebrand and try to, redid what they did 20 years ago when they first started, or should they just sell it?
Yeah, it's a damn shame what the pandemic, has done. And I don't want to hear AEW took all their talent, because that's not what it is. We found out yesterday or today they're in debt, a lot of money. So that's a shame. You don't want to see it, but it's good for, NWA. It's good for Impact. Again, you don't want to see it, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're going to go to different places, AEW, Impact, whatever, and NWA. So yeah, rebranding, that's tough because NXT 2.0 has lost my interest. So I don't know if rebranding is a good idea. I don't know what they can do. I mean, if Vince is going to do something, maybe they put it on the network, but then again, it's Peacock. So I don't know if they can do that. I don't know. That's a really tough question. It's just sad, man. The pandemic fucking sucks.
Yeah. It's a bummer, man, because they were the pinnacle of these stars that we see today.
Yeah.
AJ, Mojo, a lot of them, man. All of them. Adam Cole, Seth Rollins, Tyler Black. It sucks, man. But that library, man, if Vince buys it, he's gonna want the library only. He doesn't want anything else.
No,
he just wants a damn library. Just like what he did with Evolve. Just like how they did with Evolve. They bought the library, signed a couple of their talents. That's it. The rest of them, let them go. So it's an unfortunate. Matt Callis, what are your thoughts about that?
Are you guys, you say Vince is the top bidder.
Yeah.
just for the library, not the company, the library.
Just the library.
Yeah. But I gotta, you guys want a curveball?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Here's the curveball. I'm throwing it. Oh, they caught it.
Oh,
Strike.
So I gotta say that, what, like, we shouldn't always just consider the wrestling promotions as possible bidders.
Yeah.
I mean, in recent time, we've seen so many like people come out of nowhere into the wrestling. Like Tony Khan was, he's always been a fan, but he just came into the picture out of the ether, just came into it just like that. Poof.
Yeah.
And then some other people, they've always been known to like Master P, No Limit Soldiers, and he has his wrestling promotion.
Yeah,
That
House of Glory.
House
He's
of
not
Glory.
run. Yeah, he runs it now.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, this Saturday, November 12th, they're having an event. Oh no, next Saturday actually. Next.
So I have my curveball is
Let's hear it.
Russell Simmons.
damn.
That's
What?
a curveball.
That's a curveball.
My
Why?
curveball. Because especially like hip hop, like hip hop entrepreneurs, he's getting a little bit older. So like, yeah, I looked at his net worth. He's worth about 340 mil, so like 13 million.
That's pocket change.
And I'm towards the end of my life. I'm like, hey, let's help out these East Coast wrestling kids. Ring of Honor means a lot to him. My son likes some wrestling, so maybe we should do something like that. So who knows? But Nick, and this another question, especially for you. I don't mean to blow up your spot, but I mean, I guess as an East Coaster, can I say your region? Definitely. May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're a Pennsylvania guy.
Yeah.
So, Ring of Honor being, its origin being Philadelphia, do you have a lot of like emotional, personal connection to that promotion, or, that like ties that run deep there?
Yeah. Yeah. Not me personally. No, I do not. Yeah. But kind of, what you were talking about, maybe, all these Ring of Honor guys, the guys that used to, wrestle with Ring of Honor. There are a lot of guys in WWE, and I don't think they're happy. I mean, it's a job, but maybe they create their own company, Ring of Honor 2.0, I mean, Kevin Owens, he's not going to stay. I mean, yeah, he can cut that promo and he says whatever he wants, but I don't see it. I mean, AJ Styles and the list goes on. That's another curveball too. They all get together, put in
Kevin
their money.
Steen owning Ring of Honor, or Kevin Steen owning the library, or Kevin Steen just being
something
in a prominent position,
Yeah.
And I think I touched on this last week, with a lot of, I guess, some talent leaving, some talent staying, I think it's just opportunity to be the big fish in the small pond.
Yeah.
Okay. Money Mike.
I wouldn't mind seeing someone like Billy Corgan by
I forgot to mention, because he came into the picture.
That would be cool.
Kind of boost up NWA in that way, right? So yeah, someone like that. Of course, me personally, I would like AEW to get it, because I don't want to see it on Peacock, to be honest. It heavily censored and all that. So yeah.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely as far away from Peacock as possible, please. But yeah, it's unfortunate that this is happening. Many people, not just wrestlers, but people behind the scenes losing their jobs, and it's unfortunate. That so many millions in debt. It just doesn't happen overnight, and it's been going on for a bit. And this, like he said, the pandemic, man, it just screwed up a lot of stuff, not just in wrestling. So again, unfortunate. And let's see what happens.
All right. And
I'll just mention two more names, Mike, since you mentioned Billy Corgan. I got an obvious one. Robert Rodriguez, of course, the director, Mr. Lucha Underground, El Rey himself, But and then here's one. I don't think I have anything to explain. Since you mentioned Billy Corgan, I'll just, for the hell of it, I thought it'd be funny. Dave Grohl,
What? Same girl for the Foo
Yeah.
Fighters
Okay.
buying it. Oh my god.
There you go.
Jack Black,
Might
maybe.
as
I don't
well,
know. Let's
or-
get both. Let's
Shit,
get both.
Bob.
Corey
Bob.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey
Oh,
Taylor. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
All right. The last topic of the night, gentlemen. Let's talk about WWE very briefly. Survivor Series is coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
We have seen the last couple of years title changes. We were expecting these matches, but title changes come briefly. Like for one, that I'm scared of. But I just want to get your thoughts about it. And this is with the Big E. So it's going to be a two question for everyone here. So I'm going to start with you, Nick. Your thoughts.
Uh-oh.
Your thoughts of Big E right now as WWE champion, his run currently, and do you see Seth Rollins taking it away before Survivor Series and having him versus Roman?
Damn, that's two really good questions. I don't think so. I mean, they've been building this for years. I mean, Big E is the guy. He is the champion of the people. As much as I loved Bobby Lashley, I think Big E is, the champion we want. I certainly want. I don't know. I don't think they would. I don't think that's too big of a twist. The whole Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. I understood that. The 26 seconds. I got that. I realized what they're doing. They're trying to put over Bianca, but Big E doesn't need to be put over. And Seth Rollins is, he's already a Hall of Famer. He's already a legend. I don't see that happening. That's a tough one because I do, but I don't, I don't want to see it personally. I want Big E to walk in and win whoever he's going to face. It's his time,
Yeah, with you on that. Money Mike.
I mean, I haven't really kept up with WWE lately. But so what I'm getting is they're not going to have the champion versus champion thing at Survivor Series.
Well, what I'm hearing they are. But the thing is that Seth Rollins wants he has a number one contendership.
Oh, yeah, he's number one.
Yeah. So if he catches in before Survivor Series and takes it away from Big E and have him versus Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, champion, Raw's champion versus SmackDown's champion. Do you see that happening?
No, I don't think so. Heel versus heel, I don't know. I don't see that happening, especially for the two major titles. I definitely see Big E versus Roman and Roman going over. I don't see any other way of that. He went over Drew last year, so I feel like the same will happen with Big E. I don't think that there's going to be a sudden title change this year. I could be wrong, right? But I know that they did that with AJ and with Daniel Bryan a few years ago, but I just don't think that's the case. Okay.
Yeah, that was my fear, to be honest. That was like they did it before. Now you mentioned Brian and AJ. I hope they didn't do they don't do it to Big E, because I will be pissed, to be honest. Because that was it, and you're gonna give him the title back a month later, like right a month after Survivor Series? Nah, that's bullshit. I hope not. I hope they don't do that to him, because I will be really pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, I know.
I've got an answer. So
give me that answer.
Especially for heel versus heel, it could happen if they let things get weird. And let me, for Dr. Evil, it's like it got weird, didn't it? Things got weird, didn't it? Things did get weird.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good, man.
Things got weird.
And now the last one for the women's now. See Charlotte right now, still currently, and Becky. Do we see a switch? Do we actually finally going to see that real life situation happening in the ring? And with a follow-up with that question is, do you feel that Charlotte's time is up already in WWE? Because it looks like she's frustrated. By the looks of it, by everything was going on, she's frustrated. I think she feels like she's done already enough in WWE. I don't think she's proven enough. But in my opinion, she has not. She still needs to have. I want to see her and Toni Storm. I want to see that match. Give me that match. Give me a storyline with Toni Storm. I want to see, intriguing match with Raquel Gonzalez too. I want to see her with other talents, elevating them before she leaves. That's what I want to see. And like I said, the way how booking the booking right now is going as of late, it looks like they're fading away from the four horsewomen.
Yeah, and
they're starting with Charlotte. I think she's going to be the one leaving soon once whenever her contract is. I don't know, but it looks like they're fading away. And if they are, this is now the time to build. Like Liv Morgan, this should have been her time right now. I think it's about damn time she gets her damn shot. Make her the underground. Like, put her at Mania, make her win the Rumble next year, and put her at Mania. Fuck it. I don't mind Liv Morgan. It's about time for her to get innings. The crowd's been behind her as of late. So, Nick, your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I could see it happening, Charlotte versus Becky. I mean, we've seen it before, but I don't know who else they have. And I'm a huge fan of Charlotte. I mean, pay her the money, keep her. She is one of the best. She's probably the best when it comes down to it at the end of her career. But pay her the money, and I wouldn't mind seeing it again at Survivor Series. I mean, who else is there? I mean, Bianca maybe, but I don't think. She had so many chances to win back the title, and she hasn't. So I think it's got to happen, and then you can use the whole belt exchange. That's fuel to the fire. So I'm game. I'm ready for it.
Awesome. Yeah. Money Mike, do you feel the same way?
You know what? The result of this match between Becky and Charlotte is going to tell us a lot, I feel. Especially
that's a good point.
With backstage situations, I guess you could say. If Becky goes over, I feel like that tells us that Charlotte might be on her way out. And especially if it's a clean victory or whatever kind of victory happens, is definitely telling of her status moving forward. This situation that happened a couple weeks ago had a lot of people talking. Yeah. And it definitely was not something that a lot of females it was something that a lot of females in the roster seemingly felt strongly about. With having her around and doing whatever it is that she did. Personally, I think that it should have been just a switcheroo and that's it, but Becky wanted a parade with both titles, and I don't know if that was part of the script, but I don't think that was the right thing to do. And I feel Charlotte was kind of in the right of like, hey, you know what? We're equals here. We're just exchanging. You can't be, going in doing this sort of thing. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that. But Survivor Series, we'll see what happens. I predict a Becky victory, to be honest, and that's what I'm thinking. So
damn,
wow,
you just made that so much more intriguing. I honestly didn't think about that. Like, whoever's goes over, it's going to be a big deal, not just because she's beat the other champion, but whatever.
Right? Yeah, they better not bust a controversy, a controversial win, like a Bret Hart and freaking Shawn Michaels. I better not see that.
It's Survivor Series,
right?
Oh,
yeah, the Brooklyn screw job.
Yeah, the Brooklyn screw job. Right, there you go. Matt, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I noticed there's a lot of title, both a lot of title reunion talk, and things of that nature. So I don't know. Let's see where they're going down the road.
I know. I'm looking forward. I can't wait to cover for Survivor Series. But yes, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But before we let you all go, I want to go ahead and thank my brother here, Nick, from the Universal Wrestling Podcast, for joining us. Now let the people know, Nick, where can they find the Universal Wrestling Podcast?
Yes, sir. Gentlemen, Ivan, thank you. It's been a pleasure. This was a lot of fun. You can find us on Twitter at the UW Pod and Instagram at UW Podcast. And we got a website. Go check it out, uwpod.com.
That is right. And the description will be below for all the links where you can follow Nick and the Universal Wrestling Podcast, all audio platforms and all social media platforms, because this man brings you the best pro wrestling content as well as us. That's why he's part of the League of Extraordinary Podcast for that reason. And hopefully we'll get you back next week, because next week we will be predicting our AEW Full Gear card. That's what we're going to be talking about, and pro wrestling news around the world, and much more. Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our audio platform listeners. Latino Heritage Month still going on. That's right. Gracias a todos por apoyarnos aquí en Circo de Debate y muchas gracias a nuestro hermano Nick de la Universal Wrestling Podcast que nos acompaña ahora con este capítulo y seguirle a él en sus plataformas y para que lo escuchen en Spotify, Apple, donde sea, todos los audios plataformas y suscribe con su canal porque él le da lo mejor, lo que nosotros también damos también igual. And I'll let Money Mike, it is German, let our German audio listeners know.
Yes. Ja, unser Freunde in Deutschland, danke für hören Sie Circle of Debate und hören Nick und the Universal Wrestling Podcast. Ja, danke vielen, guten Tag, guten Abend, wir lieben Sie, tschüss.
Matt,
I gotta. I'll use this language. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here we are, a circle debate. You better tune in and go listen, or else you're gonna miss out on wrestling news. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. And of course, here with the League of Extraordinary Podcast and here with the Universal Wrestling Podcast. What do we all do here, gentlemen? We just do not make podcasts. Mike, what do we do?
We make history, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Keep on rolling.